Good afternoon. It's November 20th. I'm in a different location. Pasqua Parliament. This is Pasqua. That's Parliament up there where the light is. I've walked down Pasqua a couple of weeks ago before the snow. I walked down Pasqua to that intersection and then turned left. So I thought, well, I'll come on down a little further and walk down here. And starting here by, oh, and there's already geese going overhead. So there you go. Starting here by a church, which I'm unfamiliar with. Nice church. So let's walk by the front entrance here and check it out. There's a park here. It says Community Church, but I don't remember the name of the community church. Something Community Church. If this is your church, well, here I am. Obviously it's a Saturday and there's nobody here, which is why I parked in their parking lot. But there's the front of it. This will tell us what the name of it is if I go around the corner here. Parliament. Oh, that makes sense. Parliament Community Church. Not because we're anywhere close to Parliament, the place where they govern us from in Ottawa. And how you feel about that government, of course, varies from person to person. But Parliament's the street up here. I don't really want to walk along, it's kind of busy, but I'm not sure there's a path through the park of any sort, so I might not have much choice going this direction. Otherwise, I'm just traipsing through the grass over here. This is a fairly busy intersection, Parliament and Pasqua here. I assume there's a sidewalk on this side of the street, so when I walk down from the other direction, I walked on the other side of the street. But I'd like to go down there and then walk around that direction, is my plan. I don't know what's in this building. It's just some sort of office building. And over there is Harbor Landing. Might walk over there tomorrow or sometime soon. It was fairly warm today, so we've actually lost a little bit of snow. Especially you can see the roads are, but it is cooling off already. Oh, there's people, kids tobogganing down there. Anywhere there's a bit of a slope, you'll find kids tobogganing. Oh yeah, there's a bit of a path here. I may have to put my hat on. I left it off because I thought I'd be too warm, but the temperature is starting to drop. It's supposed to go fairly cold tonight, minus 15 or something. Currently it's not, it was +1 according to the car. Well, this is a useless, a useless bit of path. It goes up here in dead ends. And there is no sidewalk on this side. I was afraid of that. So, what do? Do we walk through the grass? Or else there is a sidewalk, but they buried it when they cleared the road. Do we walk through the snow? What do you think? We'll walk through the snow. It's not that deep. Yet, so it won't be a problem. We can look at the tracks. My tracks. There's dog tracks. Well, these are snowshoe hare tracks here for sure. This way, I'll leave tracks in the snow. People will say, "Why was that guy walking through the snow? Why is he leaving those tracks?" And I'm walking backwards, so that'll confuse anybody who's trying to figure out what was going on. So there's the church there. The snow's quite, you can tell that it's warm. It'd be a good snow, looking at tracks again, be a good snowman snow if you're into that. There's probably less snow over there where there's more bare ground. But it's all right. I will persevere. If you're there on YouTube or Facebook, please say hi. Facebook streaming is working again. I don't know why. It didn't work. And now it works. And I don't know what changed. See up here, where there's more dirt, the snow is less. It gets trapped by the stubble down there. I know from previous walks that I will find a path up here once I get through all this. See, the sun is already quite low. It's about coming up on 4 o'clock here. The sun will be going down in an hour. I wonder if Siri would answer me if I asked her what time sunset is, or if that would mess everything up. I could try it. Hey Siri! Nope, she's not listening. I've been abandoned by Siri. A lot of rabbit tracks out here. See, on the other side of this road here, there is a path because I've walked on it before. Not a very straight path. Oh, you can't really see my tracks, but I'm pretty wandering. Oh, now am I still private? That's possible. You know what? I'm going to stop this and start it again. All right, I'm back. And no, I wasn't in private. I should be in public. So that was a waste of time and maybe just confuse things. But anyway, I'm back. I'm sure I was. That's Parliament and Pasqua down there. That's the church I started by. So I haven't been walking very long here. Walking across the snow. Don't know what this park is called, probably Parliament or something like that. There's really nothing over here except grass. Anyway, so if you're there, say hi again. Nobody had yet, so I hope I didn't actually disconnect from anybody who was actually watching it. There's a 1 up there now for somebody watching it, so there was 0 before, so I don't think I disconnected anybody. Okay, let's get on that path over there. Oh. Hi, Wendy. I am putting my hat on because it's cooling off from what it was while the sun was higher. Hold on a second. There we go. Well, I do this every day. This is, I don't know, well over, I must be approaching 250 of these now since I started back in March. Not quite every day. I was away. There's been a day or two and I just didn't do it, but those are kind of rare. Look how pretty the sky's turning. Prettier in the camera than it is actually to the naked eye. Seems to be more color. You can see how the snow out here was open. You can see how the snow drifted. It's a pretty good sized drifts there already, because they would have gotten the wind blowing straight off the prairie over there. So I guess I'll kind of meander down toward Gordon Road and back up Pasqua or something like that. I didn't look at a map. One walk is usually 5 or 6 kilometers, depending on the weather too, because I move slower in the winter with the ice. I don't get as far in an hour. If I do an hour. I'm sure I probably average 5 kilometers, so I must have done whatever, 5 times 250, 1,250 kilometers since I started walking. Something like that. A lot of snow piled up over there. Part of that's from clearing the alley, not actually drift. I don't know what this building is. Find out in a minute. It certainly has an institutional look. It's not a house. Greetings from India, Miriam. Hi. Everything's working then. Clearly I'm on YouTube and Facebook. Good to know. Hopefully my sound stays good. Hopefully my video saves at the end of the walk. Oh, it's a care home. Four Seasons care home. Well, this is one of those seasons. It's now a winter care home. I have a bit of parkland next to them too, or at least an empty lot. I guess I'll stay on the road. Airplane up there. The airport's not too far that way. A little further back that way, actually. We have more snow coming on Tuesday, apparently, so even though it melted a little bit today, it'll all get freshened up this week, it looks like. I'm not on Gordon Road yet. No, I'm not actually sure what this is. Queen, maybe? This might be Queen. I'll let you know when I reach an intersection. Still got to watch out for slipperiness. Just a residential area. I have walked down here, but I came at it from a different direction, so. These are mostly crescents, so I don't usually go down those because they don't take you anywhere. Although that one might go through to Pasqua. Yeah, I think it does. But I'll end up on Pasqua, so. Yeah, this is Queen. Lubbock Avenue and Queen Street. Lubbock always makes me think of Lubbock, where we lived back when I was little. Lubbock, Texas. When my dad taught at Lubbock Christian College. Lubbock Christian High School, actually. I went to kindergarten at Lubbock Christian High School, or Lubbock Christian. So the alleys are always interesting, but we'll go on down. Stay on Queen for the moment. There was somebody with a dog. Habkirk Drive. Got songs running through my head because of the show coming up next week. Guilty pleasures. Songs you shouldn't like, but you do. And the opening song is Jitterbug. You put the boom boom into my heart. That one. So naturally it's stuck in my head now. I'm still working on memorizing them, but I'm sure I'll be fine by the night. I'll have to be. Take one side trip down here around this little cul-de-sac. This neighborhood, I would guess, is from the 60s or 70s, probably the 60s. Yeah, that's buffering. If the, because you're using a cell phone signal, obviously. If it gets slightly weak, then you'll get a bit of buffering. That's why I like to save the video at the end and repost it to YouTube as a high definition non-buffering version. trouble is my app has not been reliably saving it, so it's hit or miss. It worked fine for years, or not years, months, weeks, but recently sometimes I just get a message that says video did not save properly, and there's nothing I can do. So then I have to post this version, the live stream version, to YouTube, which is lower resolution. You can only stream at 720 on Facebook. So you can stream at 1080 on YouTube. But I've tried streaming at 1080, and then the buffering got really bad because of the bandwidth you need. So anyway, if it doesn't save, then I have to just put this in my playlist, my Walking Regina playlist, which annoys me. But I can't find a better app than this for multi-streaming. And I want to stream to both YouTube and Facebook, so I guess I'll stick with it. That was didn't go anywhere, but I smell a fireplace. See, this to me says 60s or maybe 70s, that look of a house. It does it over there too, so you have these sort of two little loops on either side of Queen Street here. I mean, they're not exactly crescents. Crescent's usually bigger than that. Well, there's a school up here. I didn't even notice it. This looks like a care home too. Well, if I see another one, I'll make a point of pointing it. I think Miriam is still on. This must be a care home as well. It has that look. I'll cross over to the school here for interest's sake. I haven't seen a sign. Yeah, that was a change a year or two ago when they went from 40 to 30 for school zones, and boy, it's hard to slow down to 30. I'll use the crosswalk here. That's what I'll do. Still don't know what this place is called. I never did see a sign. Well, it goes on over there, so the sign is probably down that way somewhere. I don't know. It's the schoolyard. Oh, their parking lot looks too slippery to want to walk on. So this is Ethel Milliken School. I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever been here. Well, let's take a walk down by the entrance. Winter break, December 20th to January 3rd. Oh, ouch. Is that in the school zone? Ethel Milliken School. There's no wind to speak of today. That would be the First Nations flag, I think. Yeah. I don't know exactly who it's the flag of. FSIN, Federation, Indian Nation. I can't think of the exact name of it. Bad me. But that's what it is. See, this kind of fence says 70s or 60s to me too. That's not a snowblower, that's a front end loader. I'm sure Miriam has seen that, if she's still there. Maybe she's not. Into school zone, I can speed up again. I think I was safely under 30 kilometers an hour, pretty sure. Another little mini crescent here. I don't think I'll bother with this one. Nice and quiet down here. Certainly not getting a lot of YouTube watchers today. Like sometimes I do in the afternoon. I get more than in the morning, but just keeping my eye. There's still a lot of ice along here. This is when it's trickiest because you'll get bare pavement and you step out with confidence only to run out of the bare pavement and fall down with confidence. Christmas decorations already? Looks like it. I will do a Christmas decoration. Oh, sure enough, Merry Christmas. No reason to wait. November 20th, close enough. Anyway, when we get into close to Christmas, I'll do a nighttime walk or 2 or 3 and look at Christmas decorations around various places, depending on the weather. So this should be Gordon Road up here. Yes, it is, because I know this little mini mall here. And my good friend Rob Urson and Jane and their dad live up this way. Not on Queen, but you go up this way to get to them. So we'll go around the corner here, go over to Pasqua, and then head back to the car. I can stretch it out along there by going into some crescents and things if it looks like I'm getting back too fast. It's a busier road where I always figure people will think I'm a cop and that this is some sort of radar gun. Rude Awakening coffee shop. Well, I think this one's closed. Used to be Rude Awakening. But if you walk around here, see what we got here. Yes, Rude Awakening is closed to the public. I guess maybe they do their baking there. Saltine Baking Company next to it here. Realty. Sandcastles, Albert Park Childcare here. Whoa, there's some ice under here. So this is childcare. And there's some sort of confection, or yeah, call it a confectionery there. Bombay Spices, home of authentic East Indian. Of course, it's an East Indian grocery. I didn't actually know that was there. And there's a diner that I used to be something else that I used to go to. It used to be the Brown Derby. That's been a while. A few other things. Albert Park Dental Clinic. And back along Gordon. Up next, apartment buildings. Apartments over there too, or condos, I don't know which. He's been here a long time, never been in one. Drive by them all the time. Got a speeding ticket over here once. Since you bring it up, Wendy. Nice clear pavement on the sidewalk at least, I like that. I always like the looks of those over there. This is South Point Plaza. Boardwalk Communities owns a lot of apartment buildings. Manage a lot of them. So if you're looking to rent, there you go. Now, if we went on through all those lights, we'd be in Harbor Landing. But I'm not going that far. That's the Louvain Drive intersection. We'll turn right here, which will put us back on Pasqua, and headed back to the car. And although this has only been 20 minutes, I did almost 10 minutes before that, so in the little first aborted bit of this walk. Oh, let's walk down this sidewalk. It's nice and clear, probably clearer than the one along Pasqua over there. Well, you can take that off your bucket list. Get a speeding ticket in Regina. Should be on everybody's bucket list. Here's the back of the apartment buildings. There you go, the back of the apartment buildings. How exciting is that? I think mostly there's bays opening off of Pasqua on that side. So, well, what was that? Okay, not the most well cleared sidewalk stretching ahead of me here. North on Pasqua now. Yeah, it was some sort of power unicycle. Doesn't look safe to me, but what do I know? I'm not 20 something, which that undoubtedly was, whoever was driving that. Driving it? Riding it? I don't know. He was going awfully fast. He wasn't wearing a helmet as far as I could tell. You have absolutely no protection. So didn't seem like a good lifestyle choice to me. Seeing a few more. There's a snowman over there and a wreath. Decorative brickwork on that house. These look 70s to me now. I don't know why, they just look a little newer than the 60s stuff. Possibly 80s, but actually one of the songs I'm singing in the show is "It's a story of a lovely lady who was bringing up three very lovely girls. All of them had hair of gold, like their mother, the youngest one in curls." And I always think of that when I'm walking in these neighborhoods. So any one of these could be a Brady Bunch house. The bigger ones, because they had, 6 kids. And a maid. Although my favorite TV thing that I sing is "A horse is a horse, of course, and no one can talk to a horse, of course. That is, of course, unless the horse is the famous Mr. Ed." I lobbied to sing that one, since my name is in it. Definitely Brady Bunch. One day when this lady met this fella, and they knew that it was... It's very hard to stop singing that song once you start. It's almost as bad as Gilligan's Island, which I will not sing, because if I start that, oh, I definitely can't quit till it's done. Now, what defines a gate? I've often wondered. It seems to me it should be a short piece of road that connects to another piece of road that you otherwise couldn't connect to. And yet, does this do anything except end? Let's go find out. Oh, there's the school that I walked by. So maybe it's because it connects to the schoolyard over here. Somebody's not paying attention to that city bylaw about clearing your sidewalks within 48 hours. It does go around the corner. So Queen is clear over there on the other side of the... So I guess it's a gate because it connects Pasqua to Habkirk Drive here. There you go. Now I know. And where does Habkirk Drive go? That's an interesting question. So clearly this would take us to the school over there, Ethel Milliken. We're going this way. Take my hat off again, I'm getting hot. It's amazing how much heat you put out, even when you're walking slowly. Now, what happens when I get to the end, though? Will it take me in a direction I don't really want to go? All part of the adventure of not checking a map before you start walking. These are 70s, 80s houses, for sure. They don't look 60s to me. I don't know why. I tend to point straight ahead more than I do in the summertime, because it's when you take your feet off, take your eyes off where your feet are, that you slip. Oh, there's another Christmas decoration. Looks like this curves, ooh, almost got me. Looks like it curves back to Pasqua, I think. Or does it? Maybe it doesn't. Is it? I will know momentarily. No, that's not a road, that's just a driveway. Okay. Looks like I'm going back towards Queen Street. Oh well, I wanted to stretch it out a little bit, so this will certainly do that. I thought it might turn left here, but it does not. It turns right, which is east, and my car is over there, but I can't get there from here without going through somebody's backyard, which they'd probably frown on. This is going to take me all the way back to Queen, is what it's going to do. I think. Yeah, well, that's okay. I always walk through the snow again on a different part of the park, which is how I started. Oh, again, it looks like it was fine, but it had ice hidden under the snow and made me slide. Speaking of living dangerously, I'm probably doing that by doing winter walks, but not ready to. Oh, this one's all decorated here. They've already embraced the season. It's prettier once the sun goes down, of course. Oh, that yellow one over there is kind of cute. They've got some Christmas things already happening there too. There's reindeer and candy canes, other things. There I almost tripped over dry pavement. Sure enough, here I am back on Queen. So we will turn left, go up this side of Queen, and then make our way across the park to the car, which is parked by Parliament Community Church, which is not a church I've ever been in, or particularly noticed until today when I parked in their parking lot. Like, it's supposed to be 10 degrees colder tomorrow, which means everything that is melted now is going to be frozen tomorrow. So all this really did was, oh, we could take the alley. Let's take the alley. Oh no, that won't work. It'll probably just dump me back. I probably still won't be able to get through. So no, we'll go this way. I don't know if it would have gone through to Pasqua, and I wouldn't want to just curve back around and end up having to retrace all my steps. This is probably just a little dead end here. Or does it go through? Oh, I think it goes through. All right. We'll go this way. Yeah, that'd be Pasqua down there, so it goes through. Yay me. Rawlinson Crescent. Does it just curve around and come out again a little further down there? Probably. How long have I been walking? 33, 39. Well, maybe I will go around Rawlinson Crescent. Even though it'll just bring me out again on this street. It'll stretch it out a bit here. Also, nice sidewalk, nice well-cleared sidewalk. Boy, the YouTube people are not turning out for today's walk. Except for Miriam, who I don't think is there anymore, who was there earlier. It's quite lonely for the live stream portion of the walk. There's a Brady Bunch house. Or any number of other 60s, 70s sitcoms. Oh, that one's interesting. Wilkinson Avenue. Oh, I guess the crescent doesn't curve me back around. As I follow Wilkinson around. This has to curve me. Let's stick to the crescent here, see where it goes. Does it intersect Pasqua up here? Is that what's going on? I know. Who am I asking? Nobody's even watching right now. Or nobody that knows this part of Regina anyway. Oh, there's another giant snowman. We're being invaded. They're everywhere. That's like the 4th giant snowman I've seen. This is just a little bay. I like this kind of little. They seem very neighborly somehow. I don't know what this one's called. Where's the sign? Oh, it's over there. It's called Rawlinson Place. All right, well, that makes sense, since this is Rawlinson Crescent. White bricks are a little unusual. Again, pretty specific to a time and place. There's Pasqua. I knew it was up here somewhere. The little place or bay or whatever they call that one over there. Comes people back from that little dip where they were tobogganing that I showed off. Well, only if you saw the first 6 minutes of this. I'll take a walk around the church again just because that was on the first half of this, and if you happen to only see this half, at least that way you see Parliament Community Church in all its glory, I guess. Cars parked in the parking lot here. Again, that's a kind of an office building there. I don't know what it has in it. There's a whole bunch of signs. I guess I could walk over there and see. Then I have to cross Pasqua and there's cars coming, so I don't think I'll do that. Also, not too exciting. That's the Louvain over there where the cars are going by, Louvain Drive. So we'll go up this way. Quite a big church. I thought that was dirt and it was ice. Almost got me. So this is the park that I walked into and through when I started this. And maybe if I get over here where there's dirt, I'll feel much more secure. That's better. Muster point. So when I started this one, I was right out in the middle of the field there, but I'd actually started 6 minutes earlier, and then I was concerned that this was going to private on YouTube, so nobody could watch it live. But I did have somebody watching it on YouTube, so I know I fixed that problem. I had somebody on Facebook. All good. There's the church. We'll circumnavigate it to get back to the car, and then that'll be the end. It's a good-sized church. I wonder what the auditorium looks like. Community church. And what denomination that's likely to be. Alliance around here, maybe. But no, usually they say Alliance on them, so I don't know. So probably not Alliance, that being the case. Non-denominational, I guess. So that's looking towards the airport. You can, if you look really close, you can see maybe even the tower down there somewhere. And Harbor Landing is over there. Van Drive. Again, you can't see it from here, but there's a little dip just where that car's going by on the other side of the road. Quite deep. Something to do with flood control, I'm sure. And kids are tobogganing in it because it's a pretty good little run. And of course, the nice thing about tobogganing in a bowl like that is when you get to the other side, you just start up the other side and slow down and stop. And my nose is running too. I thought you'd like to know that. Okay, we are back at the front of the church. I don't know what's in there either. It's not a very inspiring architecture, that one. I think it might have a doctor's office in it. And here's the front of the church. There you go. Oh, it's Mennonite. It was right there. Somehow I overlooked that part. Okay. Parliament Community Church, Mennonite Brethren. Okay. Mystery solved. All I had to do was read the sign. And there's their front entrance. I don't know if there's anybody in there, but there are lights on. These lovely trees in front too. And that'll do. Pretty close, 42 minutes for this, and it was about 7 minutes for the first part, so a little shorter than some walks, but since I didn't really know exactly where I was going, I think that works out. So thanks for walking with me. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye for now.